You're tuned in to We Talk Radio Network.
Let's talk about Cardi B. Have y'all heard that Cardi B, who is she's a hip hop artist, of course, hip hop rapper, of course, here in the United States of America, and I have to say that because, of course, we have listeners all over the globe, but most people do know who Cardi B is. She put out recently that she is divorcing her husband, Offset. They have a 2-year-old daughter together, and she's seeking custody of her daughter. Now, she also, I have to add, has an album coming out really soon. And so one of the things that people are kind of saying is it might not be true that she actually is getting a divorce. Maybe this is a publicity stunt. You know, they always do it right before album time so they can increase their sales, because even negative drama is good drama for them, because it increases the album sales. I mean, nobody's really buying albums right now, but y'all know what I mean. It'll increase the streams. What are y'all thoughts on that?
Man, that was the same thing that I was talking about a little bit earlier with one of my friends. It's like, yeah, she did foul. It's all the way to ABC News. Everyone has the Guardian. Different Vanity Fair. Different outlets, and of course, Media Takeout and TMZ. But they're all reporting the same thing. But one thing that she has said is that, or has other sources have said, of course, with her, she's tried to hide it, is that this infidelity has been going on with Offset for a while. If you remember, just 3 months after they had secretly went off and wed, there was a story of infidelity, by Offset. And they decided to work it out, keep it quiet. She wanted to keep it quiet because she didn't want to be embarrassed and everything like that. And the other thing is, so they tried to work it out. Remember, they had, a year into their marriage, they broke up, and so then they decided to reconcile back in, I think it was about June of July, somewhere there last year, 2019. And so they were trying to work it out and everything like that. And so now enough was enough, because, again, Offset can't keep himself to just her, So I guess those lonely nights on the road, which are not so lonely, the groups are there. I guess, he just couldn't keep it in his pants. But anyway, those things are saying the allegations, that she filed, she actually did file. But again, I look at, well, she forgave him once. She wanted to keep everything together for Culture. She is filing for full custody of Culture, and she says she's tired. But I'm looking like this. Yeah, the album is coming out, and it's a setup for a follow-up album that's going to be, one of those things. It's going to be an anthem for all women who have been cheated on by these men and everything like that. And it's going to be something to look forward to on the music side, because normally when people go through breakups, they go through hardships. That next album is fire. So maybe she talks about a little bit of that, and this album is about to drop. And maybe she's setting up for something future. Something in the future. No plans. Anyway, I didn't mean it like it came out. But anyway, we'll offset that. We'll offset what I just said. We'll offset what I said about, looking for the future. But anyway, for those of you who are hip hop fans, I know that you're cracking up right now. But
I love it.
Like you, it could be a stunt. I think that she might actually be fed up, but it's definitely, nonetheless, whether it's a stunt or whether she's fed up, it is definitely a setup for a hot album that's going to drop here, and a follow-up to talk about the pain of these.
I'm telling you, because some of the best albums are produced through that pain. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, this is the deal. I agree. She probably is 100% fed up with all of this nonsense completely. Mm-hmm. But this could be a publicity stunt where she filed for a divorce and then retracts it or something. I don't know if you can retract it. I'm sure you can. Maybe she will. Maybe she won't. I don't know. We will see really, really soon. Either way, I wish the best for Cardi B. I think she has had a time all of her life. I think she, I've seen her on a couple videos where she, we expect her to be a certain way, but that's just not who she is. She grew up in a certain neighborhood. She grew up around certain people. She talks a certain way, and she's real. She's real about it, right? She even, I think at one point in time, did a video where she was taking a dump.
Yeah.
What is your point with this? What's your point?
My point is I really wish her the best of luck because she's had such a hard time, and people have really tried to keep her down. And I think I really do wish her the best of luck, no matter what happens, whether she stays with him and tries to work it out, or whether she divorces him. I just wish her the best of luck.
Well, she's had a hard time. This woman's rich.
That doesn't mean you can't have a hard time just because you're rich. Money don't make happiness.
That lifestyle, honey. She chose that lifestyle to be a stripper and to go into the music industry because they wanted to use it to make money. So I feel nothing for her.
But that doesn't mean
I mean, let me break in here real quick. Yeah, Makey, I think I've seen tremendous growth, and I've seen this from a different side of people who are usually judged for what they do anyway. It's not looked too kindly upon. I understand it's not really, the type of lifestyle that I would want any of my daughters really doing. But at the same time, if they did, hey, listen, handle your business, be right, remember your roots and everything, and whatever you do to the best. Just don't get totally far left wing with it and everything like that. A lot of people think that, hey, just being a stripper alone is too far left or too far right, whatever you want to call it. But at the same time, I've seen her be real and grow. And even during this time, as a young lady growing into her maturity as a woman and everything like that, I've seen it change. We've also heard the change a little bit in some of the songs she does, right? So, yes, of course, one side of it, yeah, you joined that industry, you knew what you signed up for and all of this kind of stuff, but regardless of the industry, regardless of where you are and what you're doing and everything like that, I don't think anyone really wants to sign up for constant, repeated infidelity. And so, there's a breaking point, even for the person who said, listen, I did start off in this lifestyle. My life was rough. It afforded me an opportunity to go and flip it and turn it around. And now this turn around, hey, I'm going to talk about those things that I've experienced because, hey, truthfully, the business side of it, there is a market for it. But at the same time, people can see her change, and they can see her growth, and she may be reaching, someone that we may not think she's reaching, but she is, just because of that. People that may be a little bit more forthcoming, a little more forward. They'll be a little more out the box and saying, hey, listen, this is what it is, which thus draws attention to other things that may not be right, that people are being silent and quiet about. It's kind of a weird type of exposure that's happening that in kind of a way kind of helps a little bit on one spectrum for just a certain subset of people. So regardless of how she jumped into the industry, what she jumped in, what the industry is and what they're doing, I still think there's still that one part of me that says no one signs up to go, get married and have someone cheat on them, So and whether she brought a karma on herself or not, whether that industry is just going to be around her because it's around him and everything, people have all types. They got, the memes and comments and stuff like that are just crazy, when they first started coming out, and then, you have this now, it's really serious. But again, if it turns into another stunt, hey, what it is, I wish her well. I hate the stunt, but hey, it is what it is. But if she's really serious and this is something that she's going through, I definitely wish her well. Just because, hey, I don't think anyone really wants to sign up for that. She could be strong and be whatever on the surface, but deep down inside, she might have thought it could have been different, and of course it wasn't. So. That's like, hey, this is the thing I always like to say. It's like you knew what you signed up for when you got into it, right? I equate that to saying, well, since people were breaking their houses, it's your fault that you left your door unlocked one night. And it doesn't make it right for that person breaking your house to you. It doesn't make it right that the industry does this to you, or that one person or another person does it to you. It still doesn't make it right. Now, yeah, you might have known what you signed up for. You might have known that, hey, if I park my car in the parking lot and I leave my doors unlocked, I forget to leave my doors unlocked. Does it make it okay for that person to break into your car and steal your belongings? No, the act is still wrong. What's done against you is still wrong. But hey, common sense should tell you always check your locks and everything. So, it's kind of like one of those things. Hey, you can't blame the industry. Yes, you can. The industry is wrong, but at the same time, you know what you were stepping into. But yeah, I'm still on the side of Tia D. I kind of wish the best for her and everything. No matter what comes out of this.
Yep, I agree, ATBlaq. Appreciate you. But there are people out there who agree with me and you, and there are people out there who agree with Métis 100%. So, and we all have our opinions. Yeah, we all have our opinions on it.
You're tuned in to We Talk Radio Network.